Welcome to another video from Avenue X looking at Chinese Remanent in the past week. Let's get right into it. First, as I kind of predicted last week when I said the Youku fantasy idol comedy drama is very likely to airdrop, it happened on the 19th on the platform Youku. The 30 episodes 师兄太稳健 pull strings led by Peng, Aimi. I watched, I think, the first 3 episodes, so I'm not like 100% up to date. I think it's aired to like 7 or something today. And it's very similar to what I imagined it would be, which is a comedy fantasy idol drama that is overall actually not too bad. And also our main character is a contemporary person who's very sick, and his consciousness kind of travels into this zone of whatever, whether it's a book or it is a form of Xiuxian world. He's been basically keeping a low profile because he's almost spoiled for the future of that world before he incarnated in that version where he knows shit is gonna happen, so he's just trying to survive it. It's not super high quality if you look at its cinematography, its kind of set design, and overall aesthetics of how things gets done. There are better looking fantasy idol dramas, but overall actually the plot, the characters are pretty okay. If you wanna like easy entertainment and nothing looks too stupid, you can go in and check out this drama. I don't think it's gonna be the greatest fantasy idol drama out there, but it's definitely not gonna be within the pile of totally not worth making and not doing anything shitty idol fantasy dramas. Then, one day after that, on the 20th, we've had a drama that just aired. No promotion, and also I just didn't notice it on any social media, or at least no social media bothered to push it to me, because everybody lives in an echo chamber now. This is the 12-episode contemporary crime suspense drama that's owned by both iQIYI and Tencent. The Trembling of Cicada, that is the current English title. Chinese title is just Chan, and I think I've mentioned it multiple times in the past. This is the drama that's led by Wu Zhenyu, Zhong Chuxi, and Zheng Yunlong. It actually looks pretty properly produced based on the trailer that you can see online, and it's already airing and it's going to be finished airing next week. I think the only obstacle standing in between me and actually watching the drama is the motivation to click it open. Tencent and iQIYI, whether it's the Miujuchang or the X, right? They do so many and similar size dramas every year that you really need some motivation to just pick this one. And I really cannot see what makes this drama stand out among all the other dramas of the same category. I'll try my best to go and give it a try. Then we have 3 dramas that pretty much all announced today, Friday in China, that they're gonna air in the coming week, last week of August. The first thing that's gonna happen chronologically on the 25th is a 12 episodes drama. That is one of the rare breed these days. So because of it's so rare, I will definitely go and check it out. It's owned by Tencent. It is a wuxia drama based on Gu Long's novel 大地飞鹰, and it's mostly happened in desert called 金色, golden. That would be the direct translation. The English title is Remanent of Gold. And it's a period setting drama of wuxia, of people fighting, where they're all trying to get gold. So maybe there's some kind of legend about where gold were buried in that area, or whether it has just naturally gold rush like in rivers, who knows. I actually haven't read the original novel, so I'm not familiar with that IP, but it's based on that Gulong novel, and it is led by Xin Zhilei, Yin Fang, Chen Kun, Gao Weiguang, so they're all very, very well-known and established actors. And wuxia dramas are rare these days, so if they're doing a good job, if they do it and make it look better than Blades of Guardian, that would be a surprise. But I wouldn't necessarily have my hope up very high for it because of the fact that this is done by Qing Hai Yan. He's made a lot of dramas in the past, and he has the fascination of always naming a lot of characters in his dramas with his own name. Some of the dramas are so completely you don't know what it's trying to do that it baffles you in terms of how did he get the funding and get it done. Like, why would anyone support this type of drama? Like, he's been doing that for years, so this guy definitely knows what he's doing and he can get it done. But most of his works, in my opinion, are very confusing, confusingly made, confusingly expressing confusion. So although it's Gulong, although it's very rare and looks kind of great actually, but because this guy is behind the whole production, I would not bet my money on it. And one day after that, on the 26th, we have 2 dramas that have been scheduled. Will both get released on the day, and they're completely different type of drama. First one will go on CCTV Satellite Television 8. And it is a 22 episode drama done by Ai Qi called 醒来. English title is The Wake, and it's a Mingguo setting. Guess what drama? Espionage. Either it's like Junfa, warlords love story like Overdue, or it is espionage. That's like the only 2 things almost people know what to do with Mingguo. Whenever the story is set there, it's just gonna be about that. So this is one of those espionage drama that actually has been made for a while, and finally they're airing. Checking it out would just be out of curiosity in terms of to see it, whether it actually works among the actors and dynamics, and whether they can convince you of the characters they play, because it's a mixture of trustworthy, pretty solid, even if not the best, but they kind of never fail their individual characters, actors, mingled with people who literally cannot act. So this is led by Oh Hao. He is sometimes working, sometimes not quite working, depending on the characters he's playing. Na Zha, very pretty, everybody agrees. She's a pretty lady. Okay, she's famous for being pretty, but she cannot act. Consensus in Chinese drama, for sure. Then it has Feng Shaofeng, who's interestingly enough, he's actually not a bad actor. He doesn't have to be there, but if he's here, it's okay too. Kind of actor. And Liang Jie, who I actually really like a lot, and I think she's actually better than people give her credit for. But then she tends to end up in productions that never just make her stand out. So this is a mixture of people who are, some of them are really interesting, some are like, okay, they're always there, and some of them are like, why? Maybe they just want the eye candy value, right? So it will be interesting to see what it's gonna end up being. It feels like a really weird mixture of people. It actually doesn't look like a poor production in terms of, if you look at the trailer, one of the better Ai Qi Mingguo setting dramas. Then on the same day, Youku will be releasing their contemporary idol drama of 24 episodes that we've been talking about also for a while, 早春晴朗, The Early Spring, a contemporary romantic drama led by Jing Boyan and Sun Qian. Trailers here, you can take a look. I think you probably have seen it before. It's kind of been ready for a while, and it's these 2 people who are, until it happens, we shall see whether the chemistry works. Sun Qian has been in many such dramas in the past with different leading actors. Jing Boyan is also a frequenter of Chinese dramaland, and if he's particularly your cup of tea, then you'll probably enjoy this drama. These are the dramas that have clear dates attached to them, gonna happen next week, so it's kind of quite busy actually in terms of getting the new dramas airing before the end of summer slot. Then we have a new drama that has started shooting this week. Probably the only one that is really doing it, or at least promoting that they're starting to shoot. This is from Tencent, and it is a contemporary drama called Qing Hai Yan. Don't think it has English title yet. We will see eventually, because this is basically the female lead and male lead's name. The girl is named He Qing, like that's the given name of hers, and then Hai Yan is the given name of the male lead. So typical way of naming a drama, He Qing Hai Yan. Although He Qing Hai Yan as an idiom, it happens to actually be an existing idiom. It means the river is clear, the ocean is quiet. So this is used to describe a period of time that is, everything is nice and peaceful and everything is working fine. Like there's no war, no significant turmoils. It's usually used to describe politically the atmosphere of a particular era is really just chill and good and nothing bad is happening. So this is often used to describe an ideal period in the ancient Chinese sensibility of, for example, under one emperor's rule, the world is He Qing Hai Yan, which is everything is great. If you play Where Winds Meet, your MC's uncle, right? His name is Jiang Yan. Yan is He Qing Hai Yan's Yan, and also that's why his 字 is 五浪, not having waves. Not related to this. I just think about things. Anyway, so this is that kind of typical way of titling, and it's a contemporary drama, and it's actually talking about 2 people who knew each other since childhood, supported each other as close friends during very difficult times in their private life in their home. As they grew older, they sort of keep getting intertwined together, and female lead is played by Zhang Zifeng, and she's He Qing, and male lead is played by Chen Feiyu. He is Hai Yan. This guy eventually became, unfortunately, anti-drug policeman in China, which means he's not gonna have a good life, stable life. Definitely not Qing Hai Yan. Probably not gonna live long and always be undercover and cannot even tell people who he is and what his name is. And that's the typical situation of anti-drug policemen in China. So this is gonna be a childhood friends, also kind of lovers, growing up, and then it's gonna get entangled in some level of drug business as they grow older, and then police drama and life and death and blah, 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 and high romance. Probably the most extreme versions you can get in reality in China these days. I hope the script is well written enough and the director is sensible enough to get it done properly, and too early to say whether it's gonna work. One thing I would say is Zhang Zifeng, back in the early days when she was a child star, right? She was quite chubby and she often gets criticized, unfortunately, when you do this business. Even when you're a kid, people still do that. They say she's not pretty enough, she's too fat and stuff. I think as she grows up into an adult, she gets very, very influenced by those kind of public opinions, to the point where she's now so skinny. She's one of the skinniest actors that you know in China, who I just look at her, like how thin and paper thin she is these days, feeling quite sad. From my personal experience, what I understand is if you get too skinny, right, way below a reasonable body weight point of your natural build, it's gonna affect your psychology quite a lot and your mental state. And people tend to criticize her current acting often in characters, whereas she's just permanently like sulking. That face looks like she just doesn't want to talk to anyone. And I think part of that might have something to do with the fact that she's starving and she doesn't have the energy to run. So when you get to that state, your chemicals in your brain is just all messed up and it's gonna be very hard for you to be cheerful. This is a problem for a lot of actresses these days. If you look at young actresses who are trying to be more popular, right? Like Zhao Jinmai, for example, she's lost so much weight in the last couple of years compared to her earlier days as a child star too. You can literally say that for every actress. In this way, I'm actually jealous of the overall aesthetics of like the body form of women. For example, generally in like Bollywood or in India, if you look at movies and India televisions of the stars that they consider to be superstars, girls, most people are like having a lot more reasonable body weight and shape than Chinese actresses. Somehow these days Chinese actresses are all just starving, so skinny. And the trend has been happening since early 2000s to now. It's like always women needs to be skinny, but these days it's so much worse. I think people probably overall have like at least average out 10 pounds or even more less compared to say 20 years ago. It has nothing to do with me. I can't do anything about it. I'm just like, I saw her and I feel like, oh my God, people need to make this stop. Something needs to be happening. It's beyond being reasonable now. It also bleeds into, for example, aesthetics for male actors. Most of them are also way too skinny for their height. But people, generally speaking, tend to be more forgiving for actors to be, you know, in different shapes, whereas for actresses, wow, if you want to be popular, you just have to starve. Chinese Romaland has a lot more problems than just this one. That should be the end of this video. Hope you're having a good time whenever this video catches you. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.